What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. When Mase came at Cameron and really slaughtered him with the Oracle, you knew that Killer Cam had to respond. So, thankfully, he didn't turn to Instagram or live stream and just talk about Mase. No, he actually went into the studio. The end result is a record called Dinner Time. I feel like this is a really good decision for Cam, only because he would have automatically lost if he didn't at least try to respond. Mase really went off on the Oracle. I did a review on it, and so I'll include that if you want to check that one out. But I really thought that Mase was going hard. So hard that you can't just ignore it. You can't just be like, whatever, he said what he said. No, Mase was getting disrespectful. He was getting busy on that record. So when Cameron previewed Dinner Time on Instagram, the first minute sounded good. I felt like it was, there was a lot of potential there. Unfortunately, Dinner Time fails for numerous reasons. I think the biggest reason being that the record itself is mixed badly, or should I say a lack of mixing. The record, man, I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, this does not sound like you recorded it in a professional studio. It doesn't sound like it's been mixed or mastered. I feel like Cameron shouldn't have rushed a response at the expense of skipping that mixing process. Otherwise, it's like, even if you're saying some of the hardest lines in the world, why would I want to listen to it again? Why do I care? It's just a really low quality. I couldn't imagine, say, what if Nas rushed Ether and put out a low quality version of that? It would taint the legacy of what that diss record meant. And so Cameron automatically takes a loss because of that. But I myself am a fair man, so I'll take back that loss for now. And let's look at the actual content of the record. Now, I gotta say, I was disappointed. I think that Cameron was trying too hard, and he was saying a lot of jokes that only yes men would laugh at. Like, he's all trying to clown, he's all like, ha ha ha, this and that, but I don't feel like any of it is really funny, or it doesn't like sting. I don't feel like any of these bars are really hurting Mase. Like, he switched it around. Mase said that Cam had sex with his sister, and then Cam turned it around and said, I didn't, but I had sex with yours. Like, just like really petty right there. And it's not a good kind of petty. It's like just a disappointing bar. There's also a part where Cameron says that he was over at Puff Daddy's house and that he saw a dildo in Mase's sink or something. I'm just going, what? Like, I think Twitter was focused on that line because it was probably the most memorable thing he said, but it wasn't like a good line at all. Like, you could just make up anything. I feel like if Cameron was going to respond, he would have all kinds of dirt on Mase, or at least stuff that sounds more believable. Come on. A dildo in the sink? Like, and what does that even mean within context? I feel like Cameron was trying to reach and say that, oh, Mase is doing that, gay stuff or whatever. But it's like, it didn't really work, in my opinion. I just felt like this record all around was lackluster. So I'm going to give this beef to Mase. Mase won this beef. Simply because he came out the gate swinging, he didn't hold back, he really went off on the Oracle, whereas Cameron, his record suffers from mixing problems, sound quality, and just the response, the bars, not living up to the potential of Cameron. I mean, you look at Cameron's history in beef. You got him against 50, against Nas, against Jay-Z, like some of the greats, and he held his own. If he won, that is more of a debatable thing. But he held his own against some of the biggest heavyweights in hip-hop. So I expect more out of Cameron. And I say that Mase won in confidence that we're not going to get another response from Mase. I feel like this was like the one appearance we get from Mase in 2017, and then the next time we'll see him is probably 2019, 2020. And on top of that, to kind of end this video, last night Mase and Cameron were talking on Instagram, and basically it was just like, oh, you know, you're still my brother if you want to be, and this was all for bragging rights. And then Cameron responded, yeah, I get to brag now, you still cool, we still cool. Like, none of this sounds like there's going to be a round two. It sounds like it was just one thing, you know, I guess brothers having a little disagreement or whatever. But nonetheless, Mase won. So those are my thoughts on Cameron's response titled Dinner Time. After you listen to this record, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video. Follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.